I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel, she, they.
I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Amaya, also she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him. I play Aura, he, him.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
Hi, I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Ballantyne, he, him.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM.
Okay, do that. I'm gonna casually eat this dib dab.
Are you gonna do it?
Shit!
Snort it!
Line is shut.
I
don't know what to do!
Put it on the floor, you animal.
It's not about the dice!
Open it
on the dice!
Open it over there.
Do you want to open it outside?
You need to tap it down. Oh, it's gone on you now.
It's in my eye.
No!
That's what you said.
Got a sherbety.
Did you not do the lens sit trick where you like...
No! I've fucking dib dab since I was about 7.
Fuck it.
I don't even like them.
Amateur.
I hate these. I have 20p and I thought it'd be funny.
So, a little recap for you guys, and breathe, except Mike, because you're...
Please, yeah, Mike, don't inhale. Don't inhale. Don't breathe, Mike. Just expire.
Okay, so...
Oh, sorry, Charlie. Where are my manners? Would you like that?
Oh, thanks.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Don't get it on the screen.
You're off dust. Is that dust from your side?
No, it's sealed. No, it's not. Right. Hunter scavengers to a captain whose family is being held hostage by the very same duke that owns you all. You accepted your captain's strange task to uncover a strange coilstone, and you began delving into the tombs, thoughts searched by the old hunter scavengers. And instead, they're now infested with husks, suffering from a disease called the gnarl. You followed a trail of monuments through the Cragmore, eventually finding yourselves at the Eramani, depicted in a painting you picked up on your travels. Kade finally betrayed you, attacking the captain and spitting of his lies, and he wasn't wrong. Within the tomb was no coilstone, but the prophet, the withered graven god of the husks, the once great Salnari people. He spoke of a marble-skinned man who tricked them into digging for a relic of another age that had gone sour with passing millennia. It infected him and the hive mind of his followers, spawning the gnarl, and he used most of his power quenching it. But as he died, the coilstone embedded in your died to the coilstone embedded in your captain's compass.
Sorry, could you repeat that? It sounded like it's been embedded in your butt.
Yeah, I thought you said caps, but...
No.
The dib dab finally got to him.
As he died to the coilstone embedded in your captain's compass,
Okay.
the remnant of the gnarl rose from the ashes. A brutal battle ensued, the creature animating the dried bodies of the dead Salnari around you. But with a few close calls and a giant explosion thanks to a thrown bottle of concentrated wind, you defeated the creature. You rested. Unsettled by the lack of the orb that she'd seen in her vision, Freya eventually discovered it secreted away along with a statue. Finally, journeying back to the skiff, you found Kade's body, surrounded by a number of now dead husks, and finally uniting with the rest of the unit at the Windsong, you buried him and decided to head to the deserter outpost, Cristamar.
We did not take it. We buried his body just outside.
Oh, did you?
We did not lug his body all the way back.
Okay,
also, why did you try and make us feel really guilty? Like, he was right. Yeah,
but
Kade
was
still a dick.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Trying to make us feel guilty, like, Kade was right all along, folks.
Just reporting the facts here, guys.
All right, Laura Koonsberg.
After a day of travelling, Yuri and Tin guided the ships the last few skims as the sun set. and ahead the light split the sheared rock like a small mountain that rose from the sand as you approached Cristamar. Okay. Yes, you do have to put your hand up. But thank you.
Please be good, it's a new resolution. Have we had a rest yet?
No, technically. I mean, you did, yeah. Before the fight, you did, yeah. You rested after the fight, and you guys had the whole journey. I think you expended a couple of spells. Yeah. So you've expended a couple of spell slots. A few of you.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have spells. I just want to know if I can get my hit points back.
Can I?
You lost hit points.
Only 2.
Yeah, you could have had you can have taken a short rest on board. We'll say that. So if you roll some hit dice.
Can I take out the scroll of Speak with Furniture and ask the DM screen where it came from?
The DM screen came from the guys at Crit It. Really cool, really helpful. Josh especially helped me pick out all the stuff and help me put it together the way it is. So yeah, big shout out to them. As you guys approach the lights of Cristamar,
A giant meteor falls out of the sky.
Rocks fall,
Thanks for watching.
closer and closer, you can see that it is quite literally just this huge outcrop of rock, and there's a massive fissure down the front of it. And as you're approaching this, the only light's coming from that front sort of rent in the rock. And you can see the port approaching you is really small. There's so this would be on the north side of the rise. You can see hundreds of little caged candles as you approach. As they're sort of skimming up, and there are several wooden posts that protrude out into the dunes with sand piling up on them to sort of reduce the movement of the sand around the port. What are you guys doing?
What time is it?
It's getting late. Sorry. Yuri has assured you the futtocks are fine.
Yes, we have very strong futtocks.
Yeah.
As Matt said,
Yeah, what
Charlie.
time?
It's probably getting
First
on.
out the bat.
It's probably getting on for 9 o'clock.
In the
In the
morning.
morning or the
No,
evening?
in the evening. So
I wanna
it's
go to
in the
bed.
evening.
Yeah, can we have a long rest, please? I think
Where are you guys going to rest?
Staying outside the tower.
Yuri's sort of.
No, we docked yet.
Yeah, he's in the process of it, and you can see a single humanoid figure on the dock, walking around. There's a couple of other skiffs. With a battered-looking one, a couple of sort of hooks down with streaked wood. There's a couple of figures on board shuffling around, but nothing much. And there's a big hauler on the complete opposite side, which is actually horse-drawn. And so those of you who are familiar with the desert would know that these are. It's literally just covered in canvas, and it's effectively a giant sleigh, and they use it to go and hunt things like sand hulks and other things like that, to bring back to either places like Cristamar to sell the meat or to Dustmere, that kind of stuff.
We didn't actually sleep on the skiff last time. We slept on the sand, if I remember, because there wasn't much space. I don't really
Do we go find somewhere?
But I kind of don't want to go into. Well, I think we should, but also I kind of don't want to go into Cristamar at 9 p.m. It's going to start getting rough real quick if it's not already super rough.
Drummond stands up and sort of like looks over at Sanson and he's like, "Yeah, she's bang on there. This is a haven for criminals." So
Oh boy,
Did you say you've been here before?
I haven't, not personally, but working for Duncan's crew, a few of my men knew this place relatively well. It's not bad if you keep yourself under the radar. It's just that it's hit or miss. These marks probably going to be the only thing they don't like.
Do we just huddle up on here?
And for the podcast, the marks on the head are still the what was it? Condor, the bird shapes that you've got tattoos that are poison on your forehead.
Question.
Yes.
When I did disguise self, first of all, did Kade have a mark?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then, because I don't think I would have seen.
The only person that doesn't have a mark on his ensign.
Okay, fine. Ooh, no, I'll do that later. We'll find out that later. So do we want to just stay on here for tonight and then go in the morning?
Yuri and Tin, can we stay here tonight, please?
Yeah, they're working together at the back of the ship. Yuri comes up. His wraps are sort of loose about his face a little bit, and he's looking tired. He's like, Well, we're actually going to have to get the ship over in the dockyard for repairs, but you could stay here for tonight. We can keep it in the port.
Where were you going to stay otherwise? Were you going to stay on the boat?
Yeah, when they're not working on it, there's enough room for them. We could ask the guys in the dockyard if you can all stay on board. It's just that it's going to be in the dockyard, so I wasn't sure if they'd be happy with a load of people on there. But we can keep it. How about we keep it here for the night? They're not going to want to admit the skiff now anyway. I'm hoping it's no more than a day, 2 days mending. So we'll keep the skiff here if you wanted to stay, but obviously you're going to have to be above board because we haven't got the room downstairs.
That's fine. That we can do.
I start to get myself comfortable in the corner and go to sleep.
All right, Clayton is
just straight up, like not even.
Clayton's like gathering his bits up. He's like, I'm heading in. I'm getting a drink.
That's also a very good point.
I'm sick of this shit. Looks out, points at the sand. I'm going in.
I mean,
I'll go with.
This is slightly terrifying, but part of me does want to get a drink.
Cool.
It's been a long
if we're up for
time.
getting
It's
a drink, let's
scary,
go get a drink. And if we really don't like it, we can always come back out and sleep on the boat if
That's
we
very
have
true.
to.
Amaya's asleep.
We'll leave it Amaya on the skin.
I kick her until she wakes up.
Like lightly.
What?
Is Lloyd coming?
We're going in.
Lloyd's
Will there
like,
be food?
he's like napping and he's like,
Pub food.
Okay, I'm already now off the skip.
Lloyd's like, no, I'm going to stay here.
Standard.
And we looks over at Yuri and Tin and yeah, I'm going to stay here.
Cool.
I'm gonna go. Did you say there's a man on the dock?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ask him where there's a good place to get some food.
Nice.
Yeah, sure. So you probably hop off the side. You can see that it's only tied up by one rope onto these big iron things, and you climb up the side of the port, and you see this a sort of a hunch-looking human man. He's got quite sharp features, shaved head. You all right, darling?
Hi, human man. Where's a good place to get some food round here?
Nice.
Well, there's only two places.
Well, which one's the better of the two?
Well, that'll be the Devil's Rattle, that will.
Cool. What type of food do they do?
I mean, whatever the desert's got, you know.
Okay, guys, we're going to the Devil's Rattle or something.
That sounds a little bit terrifying, really, isn't it?
It's a choice of two. What's the other one called?
The other one's called the Boarding Hole.
Do you want to go to the Hole or the Rattle?
It's not really a pub, but it'll do.
I
And
think we go to the Rattle.
Yeah.
Probably.
yeah, you got to go in anywhere till you pay up, and then I can shut up. And he looks down at a little clipboard. Seeing as you got here late, probably going to be a good 5 silver.
Oh,
For the night.
well, because there's quite a few of us. How about you do us a bit of a discount?
Roll a persuasion check.
You've done this before.
Are you trying
That technically does that count as a roll? It fell out of your hand. It did fall out of your hand.
That didn't count. It fell out of my hand.
Okay.
I used to roll the same, so that's going to be a 9.
Oh my god.
You see, I'll start giving you discounts for no reason, then I'm going to start giving everyone discounts for
But
no
we're never
reason.
going to come back here again, so it'd be a one-off, and we would tell no one.
You're only staying here for the night.
Maybe 2.
That's not one night, is it?
But we don't know. It might be 1. It might be 2. I'm going to smile really.
I hear this and go, well, technically, my one is different to 2. Just FYI.
Yeah, but it might be 1.
Yeah, you sound like a logical fellow. That's 5 silver for the night. And he starts walking over to the front of the...
Say 4.
Roll a deception. You actually made me.
That's got to be advantage.
Yeah. Oh, good. Deception is totally my strong suit.
I thought that was a 20.
And no, me too. It's a 10.
He looks down at his notes. He's like, yeah, 4.
Sick.
Out 2.
Mainly because you convinced me.
Well played.
I give it to him.
Jeez, what's the name?
That's awesome.
What's the boat called?
The Wind Song.
Wind Song. All right. And he walks off.
Bye!
He doesn't say anything.
Thanks for your help!
He's over
I
here
believe that
mumbling
guy
like,
was officially there.
Yeah, we can all try it.
The guy in New York 30 years.
2 minutes later, someone else comes over looking really official.
Clear board.
Oh god.
Okay, so what are you guys?
I did it before. Yeah, it's called
As you guys are sort of gathering your bits, and during that, it looks like the only people that are going to stay is Loit, Yuri, and Tin. Enton's like just wandered off inside.
Thank God Yuri and Tin have some muscle.
What are you guys leaving on the ship?
Nothing valuable.
Nothing.
Because you've got quite a few things now.
Right.
Have we got to carry a 10-foot sword with us?
Oh, I might leave the sword if we can't put
It's
it in
not
the
10 foot.
box. We can't put it in the box, and we can't carry it with the box. Then I'll leave it.
I would sort of lean into you guys and whisper, not let's say whisper, but not say too loudly. So, where do you put the orb that we got?
Oh, I have that.
Is that small enough to carry on our persons?
Yeah. It's not that big.
Fair enough.
It's like the size
So I generally couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's like the size of a baseball.
Right up someone's butthole.
Like a baseball's bigger than a tennis ball, isn't it? Yeah, about the size of a baseball.
So that's what's problem.
Charlie, the
You know
sports guy.
those D&D baseballs?
Oh yeah, magic ball. I know it.
It's a magic ball-sized ball.
Want to play some death ball?
Okay.
I have my sword.
So the way Enton walked. Okay, nice. So you're only leaving the sword from the
The one that we couldn't fit in the box.
Yeah.
the weird
Seems dumb to walk
corrupt
around.
sword, whatever it was. Okay.
So,
Where are you leaving it?
Great God.
Yes, from the Graven.
Maybe we should take that with us.
I'm just asking you so I know if you're leaving it on board or if
What
you.
was your magic box?
It's not really
It's just a box.
It's just a regular box. It
A
doesn't-
crate.
that we forgot
If
that we
you will.
had.
It has no magical properties. It's just a box. Okay.
Charlie wouldn't let it be a magic
guys, I'm done.
It's not. It's either a box or a magic box.
I was hoping it would be like
Or a crate,
shielded or
apparently.
something. You know, like a magic box.
Yeah.
I mean, we can, but it's like it's a really pretty sword that I don't really want to track too much
Give it to
attention.
Yuri to.
That's what I was thinking,
Are
is
there
to
any,
leave it to Loit and hide it under some shit.
Are there any
in the-
like smuggling bits on the boat, like hidden?
You asking Yuri?
Smuggler's holes.
Yeah,
You asking Yuri or Tin or?
yeah, one of them.
From what I've seen of the boat as well, have I seen anything that I would?
You would probably know where to look, but it's either you're asking or you're looking.
I'm gonna go
Apparently it's
have
very
a little look.
You have a little look. It's a roll an investigation check, and you're speaking to Yuri, are you?
Can I do it with investigation because I know what I'm looking for?
Yeah, investigation. Yeah.
Can I do it with advantage? Sorry, because
You can because of your past.
Yeah.
Is she some kind of pirate?
Yeah.
Investigation. That's
Yuri's like, I mean, he looks around for a bit. He's like, yes, but also no. I don't really like to talk about.
Show me.
What have you got in there?
What are you trying to hide?
Lloyd.
my boy.
Right there. He's standing next to him like, hey, I'm right here.
Fan favourite Loit.
Just like one or two things, you know, personal.
If you give it to me, I'll see what I can do.
Well, I've gone looking. I got 15.
Okay. So you went downstairs, and you immediately started checking for loose floorboards. They all seem pretty tight. And you go over to one of the wall panels, start knocking a little bit, trying to hear if there's any hollow or really hollow patches.
Say it's a boat.
Yeah, exactly. It's because it's so small and it's a really nicely built skiff. In the quick moment you can't find anything. Yeah, Yuri just says, if you give it to me, I'll see what I can do.
I'll come back up.
He's got a spot.
Yeah, because I don't want a really pretty sword to be distracted. I don't want to attract any more attention than we'll already get from these.
For the record, it isn't super pretty. Like, it's made of like a horrible looking jade.
Beautiful sword that became twisted.
Yeah, so it obviously looked a lovely one.
It was a cursed sword.
It's kind of like where it's made of the sheath is made of a jade. It's all sort of warped and twisted, and
Which even more so if it's twisted. That like
It
if it
looks
looks like a
strange.
fucking cursed sword, that's gonna get us even more attention. Yeah, look after
he looks at it and he's like,
Look into that at some point.
Yeah, at some point, not at this time.
it's a bit big, but I can do something with it. It may not survive a ransacking, but we can do what we can. We'll do what we can do. He takes it off you.
Have you ever been ransacked before?
All the time. Just walks off.
We rescued them from being ransacked. No, hold on, after they'd been ransacked, don't worry.
Okay, you guys heading into town, or anyone staying behind?
Well, this has been happening. I've been rearranging my hair and my ponytail to kind of like cover my forehead
That's a great call,
as
actually.
much as possible.
Okay.
I go into my little pocket and rub my hands with what looks like flour, well, it's just sugar basically, and I sort of throw it over myself and I cast Disguise Self.
Nice!
Yeah, exactly what I did with the detective, just over me rather
What do
than
you
my
turn
dice tray.
into?
A gruff-looking dwarf.
So it's the same as you, but real gruff.
But no, a dwarf. So
Oh, a
busy.
dwarf, not a
Does he
not
still
a
have the green highlights?
It's Eugene, probably slightly.
So tell me what he looked like.
So I've got mutton chops, a real big nose.
Nice.
It looks like it might have been broken at one stage. It's probably what Eugene perceives to be someone quite tough from someone that isn't tough.
Nice.
Yeah. Cook's like, all right.
Do you think I should do a voice? I don't know if I sound pretty intimidating.
You should absolutely do a voice.
I'm not very good at voices. I could try.
Question. Did his mark stay on when he did this?
Can if you want.
I intended
okay,
it for
that's
not to
what
be,
I
but
didn't know
yeah,
if it
because
was
I was going to say it, so I wasn't sure if it would do.
I wasn't sure.
So have you still got Mark?
No.
Okay, no Mark.
Okay, cool.
One of us is going to hide it. We all need to hide it.
Eskeel's like,
Fuck it out.
Eskeel's like,
Hey,
I mean, I've not got enough air to be doing that, and I don't know what Eugene just did, but
So do you think I should do a voice then? Can I do one?
Go on
I
then.
can sound like some of the
Do it.
people I heard at the pubs back home.
we're gonna see you down at the, what is it, a Devil's Rattle?
Okay, I'll try
See you
when
there.
we get there.
All right.
Bye, Clayton.
Bye.
I'll try when we go in and I'll order a drink and I'll try to sound a bit different.
Okay.
So
you can do
Amaya,
it, I'll do it.
you've combed your hair over your forehead. Jesus Christ. Anyway, okay, so you guys heading in?
Yeah.
As we're walking through, I would like to look for a bookshop.
Okay.
At 9 p.m.
Yep.
Find them, you just won't be able to go in.
You guys, so you're
That's why I
walking
break it.
through. So this is literally just one roadway at the moment, and it looks like as you walk down it, you can see that it's effectively what I said was a large hill of rock that's just been sheared through, and you're walking down this crack basically, and on the sides of the rock, there are little rooms carved into the walls. You can see people in wraps and leathers. Most of them just have like curtains over with stones weighing them down. You get the feeling this is more of a sort of residential part. But if you're going to just generally look around and branch off, we'll get to the square. You will get to the square, which is basically the only place you can go. There's a few little offshoots down this crag, but you get to the main square. And this is where 4 of these roadways meet. There's a small space that's been carved out into this small square. There are stacks of Malterite obelisks that dot the place. There's a couple of canvas shades that have been strung up between some of them, but it's barren, sand, carpeted. To the eastern side, so you've come from the north, which would mean to the eastern side on your left, there is a big overhang of rock, like a sort of dangerous looking awning, and there's a tavern sign swinging from an iron rod driven into the rock that says the Devil's Rattle. There's a picture of a playful rendition of a red tiefling on it with a mug of ale like sloshing around everywhere.
I scoff a little bit at it when I hear
The windows look out from really deep burrows into the height of the cliff face, and there's a couple of people standing outside smoking. Opposite that on the western side are 2 what look like temples carved into the rock, little chapels that have got curtained doors, and you can then see, so that would be on the western side. On the southern side, it looks like there is a bit of movement, and potentially there'd be some shops down there or something like that. So yeah.
Small point of order. At the very least, before we went in, I'd have done the classic none of my valuables are in the places where my valuables should be, and they're all
Okay.
hidden.
It's all in your shoes.
All in my shoes. Got a couple up my bum just in case.
Okay.
The reserve.
No, of course not.
Does that give you disadvantage on stealth?
It's just like,
Jangling.
yeah, and I probably would have done the same with you, and I'd have been like, you know the drill.
You're just doing it in
your
the
bra.
So just to answer your question, Aura, if there was a bookshop, it would probably be down the southern roadway, but it is looking a bit dark. There's obviously there's no light other than what's being cast out of people's windows.
I'm also going to ask a really, really stupid question.
Mm-hmm.
It's really stupid. When we get the 50 gold's worth of jewels and money and shit, can that be exchanged in the same way for goods and services in the same way, or would we have to get the gems exchanged?
Like we'd have to go to the gem
If
bank.
what I'll say is, if you're buying like large things or you're spending a lot, yes. It may be a little bit harder to haggle and you might not get as good a deal. But yes, effectively, if you're trying to buy small items, then no, because obviously a gem is worth potentially 100 gold, right? So you can use it to buy big things, or you can go to a shop and trade them. And I won't
ale with a
Yeah, it's because I was like, I might buy some wine. I've only got 1 gold,
Gem.
but I have like 50 gold's worth of gems and money.
You know that there are, and especially places like this, if a tavern is a place of business, then they may buy and sell some goods as well.
Cool.
Because I've seen Sentinel and Moxie like hide their stuff. I'm just gonna, because I can't really do much to hide my valuable things, I'm gonna like fold my arms, but then like have my hand I think it's discreetly on my sword, but it's not.
Right.
You know how someone like walks around with their hand on their phone in their pocket when they're like in London or something.
You're like guarding your sword.
But it just makes it more obvious that it might actually be there.
Actually, hang on. I'm going to see if I've noticed you do that.
Actually, sorry, I was wrong, Steve. It would be the Western Road, not the.
Temples are south.
Yeah, they're on the southern face.
Okay, cool.
If I see you start noticing you doing that, and I'm just gonna be like, no, and I kind of like help you hide
casual.
it a little bit more. Yeah, more casual. Let's get that jacket and let's like swing that over it. Chill. That's about as good as we're gonna get. It's fine. I'll just stab someone if they keep your arms.
You guys see
we good.
You guys see a pair of mercenary-looking guys walking up from the Western Road, which Aura was looking down for potentially shops. One of them's a little drunk-looking. Their cloaks or their like cotton wraps billow off their leather armor a little bit. The one that's not as drunk sort of looks up at the two of you, sniffs, and then walks on.
Pub.
Cool.
And wait for this all to blow over.
The devil's rattle and wait for this all to blow over.
I just turned to Eugene. Could you send me a drink? I just need a moment.
Yeah, okay. It's not a problem.
I will wait until they leave, and then I'm going towards the shops.
Okay. So you guys
shops
walking into the Devil's Rattle. You walk in through a curtain door that's already sort of held open slightly, and you hear this plink of a dry old piano from somewhere inside. Some private room or something like that, and you walk into this large circular room carved directly into the rock, and it's really actually hits you how cool it is in here.
As in like
cool or like cool?
No, it's like pleasantly cool. As in the temperature. Yeah.
Cool. It's, I mean, pleasantly cool can still be cool.
Charlie's such a cool guy.
There's a helm with a ship that hangs quite tight to the low ceiling. There's like 100 candles burning on it.
It's a lot of candles.
Yeah.
Are we talking exactly 100
yes.
candles?
The walls are covered in like obviously painted beams of wood and poorly hung paintings in gaudy frames. There's table encircle a number of stone pillars, and there are people that fill table nooks that have been set into the walls as well. To the right of you is a large semicircular bar that reaches the middle of the room, and and there's people the far side of it clotting around the bar and like bustling and drinking, and there's no one except one figure on the closer side, sort of this large figure hunching there, just looking over their drink, and then opposite you as you walk in directly on that wall is an archway that goes deeper into the bar, and there's a single set of stairs on your left.
Can we see Clayton?
Yeah, he's just making his way to the bar, and he just elbows up, waiting for the barman to serve the guys on the far side.
Gonna skip up to him and then be like,
I never thought I'd be at the bar with you. I'll say that much.
I'm not sure if that's offensive or not. Anyway.
Well, a little bit.
Did Eskil come in with us, or did he go in with?
Yeah, he's following you guys. Yeah.
I kind of learned back that. Is there a point we need to cut you off, or should I be like getting you like not actual booze? I'm not here to like be your mum, but is there a point where we need to be like, no? I need to get you back to the ship.
I appreciate it, but I kind of need this, but I won't go nuts.
Oh no, that's fine. You do whatever you want, but if you have limits, we're here to help you stick to them.
Yeah, I need a drink. Yeah, but thank you. It was appreciated.
Bevs.
Okay.
Is Enton here too?
No.
Is he on the boat?
No, you saw him walk in a little bit early, but you haven't seen him.
Hopefully we'll lose him.
Yeah, he's just not with the group.
wait, isn't Enton our like food and water guy?
We've got enough food, and she does the water anyway.
He's a
got
cleric,
food.
yeah.
We're like how far? A week away from?
Maybe.
Oh, I haven't been doing that.
We did do it a bit when we needed to. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you only need to do it like once a day, and
Well, I mean, it's quite a lot of water it makes.
yeah,
Yeah, and you guys had a lot of rations, so.
yeah. So we've been pretty good to go. Hot to trot.
Okay. So you're going up to the bar? Who's going up to the bar? Anyone?
I'll go up to the bar.
Okay.
I'm already there.
So you.
View the
You're not allowed.
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple of empty tables around pillars.
What's the drinking age?
There isn't one.
I'm just asking because.
Are you asking the barman? Sorry.
No, I'm asking as the DM, is there like a drinking age? Because it's just when Sentinel said to Moxie. I just need to ask that question.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Moxie's not allowed to drink.
Alright. That's not a legal thing, that's just a...
Whatever the legal drinking age is, that is what she is.
Yeah, I think you get the feeling they'll just serve anyone.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I got that.
Moxie's not getting booze.
this criminal like town.
A 10-year-old just walks up. Can I have a pint, please? You alright?
Where's your
So are we being served right now?
The barman can walk. Yeah, he finishes up. He's a dwarf. He's 4 feet tall. He's got a thinning hair and a long ponytail. He's got this frilly shirt and a purple waistcoat.
Hot.
Yeah, and he's like,
That's like Shakespeare.
"Hello, Will."
All right, can I see the cocktail list, please?
Cocktail list?
Yeah, do you have a cocktail menu?
I'm afraid we don't.
Oh, that's a shame.
I can mix you something up, but it's not going to be. I mean, we've got ale, we've got wine, we've got an array of. And he points back at like a bar full of strong-looking unlabeled bottles.
Sick.
Could I have one of those unlabeled ones, please? I do like trying new things.
All right.
Like a bottle or...
You want the? And he pulls out the bottle. It's like a brown bottle thing covered in dust. Like dust, pops it down, brushes it off a little bit, and wipes the bar.
Do you know what it is?
He pops the cork.
Put it in your...
It's some sort of whiskey.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, I'll have one of those, please.
The bottle?
Why not?
Okay.
Oh!
And he turns around. Just get out my list.
Very pretty expensive.
Oh, yeah, actually.
So he pours you a.
Spend all my money at once.
Oh, Lord!
He pours you a. Oops.
Pours you a pint.
He pulls you a bottle. He pulls you a bottle of the stuff. I'm sorry, a glass of the stuff into like a mug. Sorry, not a glass. This is a wooden mug. Glug glug glug. Quite a lot. Pops it in front of you. Pops the bottle down, and he's like, "That'll be 1 gold, please."
Oh! We'll take the lot.
Like you can already smell this. It's like diesel.
Yeah!
Right, I'm buying. Who would like what?
No thanks. edge away. 'Cause I'm like, that
Got
smells
ale?
awful.
Wine,
What wine?
red,
Do you have some?
and he looks around. There's like two.
We got red, white.
There's a couple of barrels on the side. It's just red.
Actually,
Got, like, a
I'm
barrel
pretty
of
sure I
red.
saw some autumnal mead over there.
Do you have autumnal mead?
Sure.
With a very floral bouquet.
I don't think he does.
He just starts pouring an ale.
They don't have bottles of wine, do they? It's just the kegs.
It's just the keg.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
I send a message to Eugene saying, Eugene, can you get me a wine, please?
Yeah, he's poured you an ale. He's popped a nail down in front of you, Amaya.
I smell it and then I'm like, I haven't decided yet.
Yes, 4 copper.
I haven't decided yet.
Well, when you decide, it's 4 copper.
Okay, well that's not mine though.
I'll have it then.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Can I also have your best wine, please?
We got 1 wine. It's the best we got.
That sounds wonderful.
All right. He turns around and pours it out. It's quite a dark-looking, almost purple wine. Finishes the mug. Same mug as the whiskey came and the ale came in.
Can I also get a wine?
All right.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, if you want.
What does it smell like?
It's
asking
quite
you to do
sour.
disgust.
The wine.
Yeah.
It's quite sour.
Disgust of the maker.
It's got a little bit of a vinegar tang to it. Puts another one down. It's 2 silver for the both.
So I've got this, guys.
Oh, thank
My
you.
round.
Have you got any tobacco or other smoking substances?
We do indeed.
What kind of smoking substances do you have?
We've got tobacco.
And coke.
It got me so much. Nice.
I'm just gonna have to make that one up.
Tobacco.
That's what he calls it. We got chewing tobacco, smoking tobacco. I'll give you a little secret though. He looks around. They're both the same.
I knew they would.
1 gold for the bag. And he turns around and starts pouring he looks over at the fellas the other side. So you guys assume just walked into the middle of the bar. So there's some guys on the right, you're a little bit rowdy. Sorry, left, and there's the lone dude on your right. Starts serving the other guys again, chucks a mug over them. One of them pings him a silver.
I'll get some smoking tobacco.
Okay, this is 1 gold. Mark it off. Comes in a little little
Oh, you
paper.
do, but you pay for my smoke
I'll get
as
it.
well. Thanks,
Yeah.
babes.
Comes in a
trying
little
to
paper
fit
bag, like a little envelope. It comes in folded paper. Anything else?
Do you have anything that's on the sweeter side?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we've got a sweeter wine.
You don't know because you've only got 1 wine.
No, I know. I swear, I can get you a sweeter wine.
Has it got piss in it?
Do you have anything sweeter that is not wine?
I can put honey in your wine. That's what I was going to do.
You would do that?
That does sound wrong. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. That does sound rather wonderful.
He looks at you for a moment.
Okay, yes, but you have to do it in front of me because I'm not fully trusting this.
All right. He turns around, fills up the bottle of the mug of wine, and you see him open up like a jar covered in cloth.
Can I get close enough to smell it?
And he just goes like this and flings it in. He goes like that. He chucks a spoon in it and he gives it to you. He's like, "That one will cost a little bit extra for the honey."
Okay, how much extra?
And he's this is me now. I've completely forgotten what I charge you. It was 1 silver for the mug, 2 silver for that.
I've got that. If I can actually find where my money is on this. Where is the money on?
Anyone
No,
else?
Eugene, I can get this.
Anyone else? Any food?
Because I kissed him off.
Do we want to get
If you're sure.
Yes, yeah.
Food, yeah.
So what's on the menu?
And he looks around the side. We've got Kazel. It's in a Kazel in a stew with onions.
And that's the food.
That's
That's the lot.
Sweet, cool.
We've got some bread as well, but it's going off a bit.
so sick of Kazel.
Well, yeah, welcome to the desert.
Should we get some food as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get a round of food and also a pint of ale for Aura if we haven't already put a pint on the.
How much do you say it was in total?
Oh God.
So it was a gold for your bottle.
Yeah.
Cool.
2 silver for us two.
Yeah, for 2 wines.
I've got mine.
Wine.
I got mine.
You're doing yours separately.
Yeah.
Right. And then it was 4 copper. It was 4 copper for the ale for you.
Another 4 copper for Aura. Oh yeah, one 4 copper lot for Aura. Yeah.
How much for?
Yours was 2 silver. You did yours.
Yeah, got a gold for the smoke.
Yep.
A gold for the smoke.
What's a skill drinking, or is a skill paying for himself?
He's like, well, if you're offering.
I think there's 3.
I'm not paying, so see if it's
I've
whether or
got
not
6
he's
silver and 15 copper left.
Moxie's got all of my money, so we can send Moxie over with some
Eskiel
cash.
sorts himself out.
Okay, fine. And how much is it for food?
Food, it's going to be 3 silver each for a meal.
I can do myself then. I won't be able to pay for
Okay,
that.
do you want to
Which is not cheap.
I got it.
It's not cheap, but.
It's fine. 3 silver each, so that's...
Will you be getting rooms?
Fuck.
We should have done this before we got
Yes, we are.
We will establish that this was all talked about. We're retconning this. We talked about this on the boat.
Yes, we didn't say we were going back there, did we? No.
Do we want to just get... Well,
Just get rooms.
We can fit 4 of you in a room.
So
Yeah, so we could do the girls in a boys' room. That's all we need.
2 rooms?
Yeah.
much for a room?
5 silver a room.
I got it.
Lovely jubbly. All right. Food will be in a few minutes. And he just turns back and he's like, no.
Okay.
We don't serve breakfast. And he just turns around, starts yelling at someone in the back. I mean, we can give you Kazel in the morning if you want.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
We got a table.
Is there a table?
There was a table.
Yeah, I shuffled over to a table. Can I have a quick look at the dude on the bar on his own?
Yeah.
Which you just like side
just
laps
from
and be
where
like,
you
I'm
are.
just stare at him.
The guy that Charlie wanted us to talk to because he's a guy by himself.
Just the guy on his own, yeah. He's
got a sub-quest.
From this angle, you can see
It's like one of my
a big lanky dragonborn, and he's
like surrounded him.
he's got like
at the bar.
mottled scales of like brown, yellowing, white.
You want to talk to Goblin, but Goblin.
Yeah, and he's just got his like. He's just looking down at his cup with his massive, long fingered hand, and he's just looking down at his cup, and every now and again he's like.
Are you gonna make friends? No. I just want to stare. Oh no.
Okay.
Someone else.
Do I see Freya looking at this dude?
Are you watching?
We're gonna die.
Well, I'm just like looking around,
Yeah, so
drinking my honey wine.
you come back with your honey wine, and Freya's checking out the guy at the bar.
There's not many dragonborn around, right?
Nope.
He's.
In fact, that's probably one of the first that you guys have seen.
I mean, I try not to stare, but.
He's huge as well.
I'm like, are you staring at that bloke?
You would Dragonborn are like, just as a reminder, they are like sort of sacred and honoured. Okay, cool.
Are you staring? I can still call him a bloke though, even if he's staring at
Sacred bloke.
He's a sacred bloke.
Are you staring at that sacred bloke?
It's another god we can kill.
I think you are though.
I wasn't.
I'm
While
gonna
this
take
is
my honey
happening,
wine and go up to him and be like, long day, innit?
as he looks around at you, like as you get close to him, his trench coat is filthy. Like it's to the point where it looks like it's wet. It's so dirty and heavy. And he looks over you with like one of his eyes is scarred half shut, and he squints at you with the other one, and he's like,
Mistake.
Oh yeah, you gotta die, and I'm not gonna save you.
he looks around at you, and he's like, his mouth is. Obviously, he's a dragonborn, and his lip, he doesn't really have much in the way of lips, so it's this massive mouth. You actually are probably the most familiar with them, so it may not surprise you as much. And he's
It
like,
does not surprise me. He's just filthy.
Haven't seen family up on the mountain storms for a long time.
That's a shame.
Been 7 months since I saw an opari on solid ground.
and he spits like tobacco onto the floor.
Sorry, a what?
Opari.
I don't know what you're talking about. Have a good evening. Bye. And I go and sit back at the table.
For God's sake.
Okay. Yeah, he just sits there drinking.
Backstory.
Yeah, he's friendly, but like I think he's mental.
Freya, you would see like the guy's face this time, and he looks around because he's had his head down the whole time. When he looks back at Maya leaving, you see like the scarred over eye, the one winking like squint like this, and he just looks back down and drinks.
Old one eye.
What colour dragonborn was he?
He's like a mottled brown with a yellowing, maybe potentially would have been white at some point. Okay. In
You can go talk him too long, but he's a bit grumpy. And also
drink my
completely
whiskey.
like
Hey,
not
Eugene,
with it.
why did you get 2 wines?
Because Moxie asked me to get her one. Oh, sorry, was I not supposed to do that? Oh, I am terribly sorry.
Well, I mean, it's just going to go to waste now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, Sentinel, look over there, a distraction! There's a distraction behind you!
there's a dragon.
Yeah, never go grab. grab one.
You can give him a silver,
I mean, yeah, sure.
and then you can down it in what?
It's like when you make kids smoke the whole bag.
I take the silver, go, and here's your change.
You're too good to it, Eugene. You're too good.
Thank you very much, Eugene.
I down my entire whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you said it was quite big. I do not do that because I will just.
You bought a bottle.
No.
Yeah, I did.
You've
I've
got like, it's like a good 4 shots worth in the glass or in the mug.
I'll go on, I'll do it.
Okay. Roll Constitution
I'd
save.
like to drink with Eugene because Eugene is our mate.
We drink with
Constitution
Eugene.
check, isn't it? I think, or is it a save? No, it's a saving throw.
It's a saving throw.
I hope
So I'm
save.
proficient.
He downs it all in. 10.
Yeah. 19.
Hey!
It's fine. You're all good.
Wait, wasn't it? That's 5.
Oh yeah, I did it. Sorry, it was 21 then.
The Dragonborn stands up and starts walking over to you. He's absolutely massive. He's lanky as hell. He's probably like 6'5", and he starts walking over and he looks at Maya as he walks past.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, a dwarf, yes.
Oh yes.
He takes the bottle, takes a swig.
Help yourself. It's good stuff, right? Really has some floral undertones to it, and a hint of what is it? Maybe some seaweed, I believe.
Seaweed. Nah. He just walks off.
He walks away.
He walks off somewhere else into the bar. Yeah.
He's still got the bottle, doesn't he?
No, he didn't actually, but again, yeah.
Maya, stage whisper. You alright?
Yes, I'm fine, Sentinel. Why?
It's very aggressive. Just checking, you don't look like.
I'm fine. That guy's mental. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Did we hear him say that she was from the Apari?
Probably. He's quite loud. What was your passive perception?
Oh, not good.
Yeah,
like 11.
I was going to say...
You did!
I was going to say anything over 11 because he's not that far away from you. And he said it twice because she asked him what he said. Meanwhile, Aura.
Fine.
So you've walked down the western road.
Yeah.
It is getting late. There aren't really many lights on or anything like that. But what was your original investigation check that you rolled? Do you remember that?
I did not roll an investigation check.
Oh, okay.
We didn't roll that far.
Roll an investigation check.
I would like right to now. Natural 20.
Very nice.
For a 21.
Nice. So
Consider I'm proficient in investigation as well.
Oh yeah, Moxie's drunk, by the way.
And Moxie had some whiskey.
Oh, really? Oh, God. Did you fail your throw?
5.
5.
Yeah, you failed. You're not drunk because I'm doing a slight variant. You are. I mean, I can tell you actually. Let me just.
I had a shot. Didn't like do 4 shots.
You are little.
Yeah, that's fine then. Let me just get
As long as
that.
him.
This is true.
Yeah.
You have a disadvantage on skill checks. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. That's the next level. It was a DC 10 con save. You have advantage on charisma checks.
Hey!
Oh no.
Super charming in this
Drunk all
bar.
the time.
This is great. So, Aura, you wander down the road. There's a couple of other people sort of keeping their cloaks tight about them. It's getting a bit cool now, and the sand's whipping up a little bit down these roads. And you immediately come across a small wooden construction, and it's obvious because there's not actually been much in the way of wooden buildings around. It's bolted on the side of a wall, and you can see through like one of it's kind of a glass window. It's so sandblasted it's hard to see through, and you can see inside there are shelves which could have books on it, but the door is locked and there's no lights inside.
Are there any stores that are open around that could have any books as well?
With the 21, there's so you wander down that road for a bit. There's a couple of people selling just crap. It's like stuff that they found in the desert. There's bits of armor potentially from hunter scavengers or bodies that they've taken. You see a few little Salnari coins that you've seen a few of. They're like the tiny copper ones with the picture of the prophet on them. But you walking back to the square, you walk down.
Get walked and die.
Yeah, you go down the western road, where at the entrance of it there's a few more markets that are closing up, and they're selling things like cactus water and sort of strange fermented milks and things like that. And then there's a place down there with carpets covering the entrance, and you can hear people muttering inside, and there's smoke coming from it. But
I'm guessing this might be the other sort of tavern.
Maybe, but bless you. I mean, it could be. It doesn't look like a tavern, but you guys don't know the area, so it could be. But you do get the sense that there's no shopping around because it's just getting too late. It's about 10:30 now.
Okay, I'll wander back.
I'll tell you one thing. Actually, you do see is that there's no signs or anything, but carved on the side of the last place you saw with the carpets, it's quite a wide, like double sort of like length thing. There's a little bit of carving on the side that says bottle on it.
You know, I'm going to go in.
Okay.
I'm on an adventure. I'm going to do a Lloyd.
Yeah. So you open the carpet. It's like a tapestry. It's like a thick carpet that's covering the entrance, and immediately you're hit with smoke, and it's pungent enough that you know it's not just tobacco. But it doesn't.
It's the co.
It doesn't immediately hit. It doesn't immediately make you high. But inside, you can see a large archway, almost like a sort of vaulted carving into the rock. There's someone smoking a shisha on a sandy rug. There's a sofa that's propped up with some books, and it's a human woman with frizzy sun-bleached hair, like a cloud around her head. She's wearing some colourful robes that maybe they were once quite colourful. They look a bit messy now. And she's just sitting there smoking with her eyes closed, and there's a candle sort of flittering in the corner.
Do I see anyone who's sort of like a bartender type role, or?
This looks more like a living room, but if you're having a roll a perception check.
She's walked into someone's front room.
Sounds like it.
What are you doing in
17.
here?
With a quick glance, you can see that there's another archway to the right. So as you come in and you see her on the floor smoking with her side to you, and she's sort of rocking and making muttering noises every now and again, smoke drifting from her mouth. The other side on the right, there are shelves with cages all in them, and they're filled with glass bottles that are dusty, but they catch a little bit of light.
I'll look around for someone that I can talk to.
It's just her.
I will.
Are you just at the entrance right now, or have you walked in?
Yeah, I've walked in.
Okay. Yes? And she blinks at you, and she's got like very red eyes. Smoke
Sorry
billows.
to disturb you. I was looking for the owner of the store up the street. Someone suggested I speak with them. I've got a couple of items they might be interested in.
Roll a deception check.
Yep. That's a natural 1.
I mean, you were lying, to be fair. I was going to say roll persuasion.
Well, I have got items they might be interested in.
Gotta be a 1.
She's like, wonderful.
She also get a 1.
She got a 2 on a disadvantage.
Oh, in that case, mine was 3 total.
Oh, damn. Okay, she's like, are you here to buy or to smoke?
Potentially both.
Both? Wonderful, take a seat. She takes another drag.
He ain't coming back.
I was going to say, no, this is where we're going for after.
And she hands you the shisha.
Grab a random bottle.
It's like there's a leather tube attached to a very basic pottery-looking like gourd.
Yeah.
She hands you the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
You're getting a disease.
I can cure that is fine.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
No one knows where he's gone.
But we'll find it later when we go there for afters. This is clearly the after party venue.
Save 15.
It's a save. So you take a drag, and the heat immediately hits you. It's like breathing in steam, and you hold it for a brief moment, and then you let it out with a slight cough. But you take it quite well. It's got a very spicy aroma to it. It's quite burnt.
It's spice.
But there's also something else to it that you can't quite put your finger on. And it sort of lingers with you for a moment, and for a brief minute, the air seems to just shimmer ever so slightly around you, and then it goes.
Okay.
We can also put a drugs warning on this episode.
We're about to put Aura in a K-hole.
So,
speak. She puts her hand on your cheek.
I love this bitch.
I'm looking for a book.
Aren't we all?
Is there a specific book you're looking for?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I love this bitch.
I may have heard of.
Oh, well, that depends on the information that you gathered on your life travels, my young man. You are handsome.
We've seen some things in the desert. Sure.
You flirting with that?
She takes a big drag and sort of chuckles, and she's like, didn't know that was a particularly good bookshop.
There was the World's End bookstore.
Oh.
I visited that several years ago.
Yes, that's near the edge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too far.
No, I'm fine with my isolation here. Takes another drag. Books, yes. Well, I'm looking for lots of books, specifically those. Well, have you seen any sigilism books out here, my young man?
We've seen some sigilism.
She sort of seems to. Moment of sobriety comes over her when she starts talking about this.
Do you recall the storm?
The dry storm?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we found some sigilism in that area.
Oh, old Salnari stuff, yes. It's quite basic. No, I'm looking for, well, things of a slightly more complex nature.
I have a friend who may know some things about sigilism.
Oh, is that so? She takes a drag. She's not taking you seriously.
Okay. Anyway, the book I was looking for, The Angler's Moonlight.
I've not heard of that. What is that?
It's just a novel. Someone back home, it's their favourite, and I was looking for a copy as it's got damaged recently.
Well, you'll have to try the bookshop down the Western Road. He has all sorts of rubbish. And then she hands you the mouthpiece again.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know where I might find them? I saw the shop there.
Oh, yes. He'll be open in the morning.
I was wondering if you might know where to find him. I've acquired a couple of things.
For books to sell?
Yeah, he might be interested in...
Maybe. But I'm afraid that I do not purchase books. And if you're not going to smoke with me, then this conversation is over. And he hands, just like pokes it in your face again.
Yeah, okay, again.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, on.
So guys, where's the water?
That's a 15 again.
Okay, just succeeds. Yeah, the same spicy smoke overwhelms you for a moment, and you breathe it out, and this time the air does flitter ever so slightly, in a strange, almost black and white, grainy type fashion. Good, yes.
Do you know where I might find him?
The bookshop. The bookseller?
Yes.
Yes, you'll be in his bookshop in the morning. I've already told you this. If you would like to purchase something from me, I can be open all hours for you. But I am afraid... Well, I deal in alchemy.
You're bars.
Any specific branches?
Well, I used to, yes, when I was at the guild, but unfortunately, when you're out here, you have to.
God damn.
Well, you're surrounded by idiots, you see, so you have to branch out. You become a jack of all trades, and I must admit, my work has taken a hit. The work that she takes another long drag and sort of trails off.
One of my friends who I spoke about with the sigilism, he's a member of the guild.
Oh,
as well.
Is that so? Why on earth is he out here? What have they sent? Are you with him? She completely turns on you. A member of the guild out in Cristamar?
Oh,
your friend?
Fuck.
I knew that I shouldn't have trusted you with your mark on your forehead. Who owns you?
Oh, fuck.
Duke Gaspar.
Gaspar? No, I don't know him. I'd like you to leave, though.
Very well. Thank you for your time,
I'll still take your gold, but don't be speaking of guild matters to me. She looks around.
Sorry for offence I caused.
Roll a persuasion check.
Go on, you got this. You don't got this.
That is a 13.
Oh, I thought that was a 2, sorry.
She nods, and she sort of she remains standing until you leave.
Yeah, I'll leave.
And then, you hear her taking another seat, a little bit of muttering. And you, right now, when you're walking, you feel a little bit weird.
Is anyone about in the street as I'm getting towards the bookstore?
It's pretty barren. You'd have to go back. Yeah, so as you get to the bookstore, there's no one really around here. It's quite cold now.
I want to take out the lockpick.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna pick the lock on the bookshop.
I'll check the door's not locked first.
Okay. The door is locked.
Good luck, mate.
Are you doing this in a stealthy fashion?
Clunk, 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 clunk.
How can you clunk with picking a lock?
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage if you're trying to be stealthy. On a glance around, you don't see any people.
And you're high.
You got this, boy.
No, I'm not going to do it stealthily.
Okay.
I'm confident in my...
Do you have proficiency with lockpick, with thieves' tools?
Probably not.
I do.
But we are in the pub.
Getting really blasted.
Who let the dogs
No, I don't.
Drinking competition.
So you're going to try and pick the lock?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check with a disadvantage.
Oh.
No, you wouldn't be. You just don't get your proficiency. My bad. It's not a disadvantage.
Okay, I'll roll that again.
Yeah,
That's a shame because one of them was a 19.
Yeah, lucky.
That's okay. 18 for a 19 total. I've got no proficiency with sleight of hand.
Okay, you put the gilded lock pit into the door,
and it explodes.
You hear you've seen people picking locks before, and you replicate the movement, and you find some of the teeth in the lock. It doesn't feel like a sturdy thing, and then there's a whining sound, and as you move out, the door remains locked, or at least it hasn't opened.
You set off the alarm. Maybe.
What'd you do?
Are there any shadows, sort of, I could slip into for a moment?
Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's getting really dark now.
I'll slip into shadows and I'll watch and I'll wait for sort of about 10 minutes. And I'll just sort of sink down, sort of as if I'd had too much to drink, and just sort of gathering myself around, not right outside the door, sort of a couple of doors.
So
down.
you want to look a bit pissed?
Yeah.
Roll a performance check.
18.
Yeah, you hunched over at the side of the bookshop.
Just a little bit further up, sort of a couple of doors.
What are you waiting for?
Just watching and waiting to see if anyone comes along.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, while you're doing that, we'll go back to the bar.
So Moxie's
So Moxie, did you fail a con? Did you fail a con save?
Yeah, 1.
Nice. So your charisma is boosted.
Yeah.
Before we get to an hour, I'd probably go out, would I be able to find like a dark alleyway where no one's about?
Oh, you go, yeah, you
just recast the...
you go out the front. It's quite well lit under this big stone awning, and then you come out, there's a few people smoking outside. You can take any of the roads, the one that Aura went down, which is the northern one you came from.
Just a quiet, secluded spot.
Yeah, so as you go around, the right-hand side of the Devil's Rattle, and there's a small alleyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and just recast it and then go back in.
Cool, no problem. Okay.
I thought you got Moxie's wand out.
So as Eugene walks in, you guys see the Dragonborn walking back in from somewhere within the bar. Big steps, big heavy steps, and comes over. And who's at the main table? If Eugene's gone outside, are you guys all around the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I see him spit out tobacco before when he was chatting with?
Probably, yeah.
Then I would offer him a cigarette.
Oh, okay. Ah, thank you. He just puts it in his mouth, starts chewing it. just chews it up.
That's fucking fair.
You want...
Oh, jeez. Moisten the old pipes. He looks over at Amaya again.
You're young for a dooney, I'll tell you that.
For a dooney?
I don't understand what you're saying.
How do you think you know our friend?
Yeah, but what's a dooney?
Have I come back by this stage? Or am I still gone?
Yeah, you'll be back by now. Yeah.
Like I said, everyone, this guy is off his fucking rocker. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hey.
Don't be so rude.
She can tell you what the dooney are. What in the Opari is an uncut gem. It is a mercenary from the Opari.
You choose. He picks up Eugene's bottle again, takes a swig.
Can you leave now, please?
Why?
Because
He squints at you with his one good eye.
I'm going to squint back in because I'm trying to have a fun night with my friends.
You have family up in the storms, the mountains.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're acting strange for an Opari.
I don't know what you're talking about. And you're the one acting strange with your and chewing cigarettes.
I am always like this.
See, Amaya, let's not be rude to our new friend.
Who said he's our friend? We haven't had any bonding experiences with him, guys.
You do have strange company for a Dooney. But you're not a jade hat.
Takes another swig.
I genuinely don't know what that is.
You would know that is slang for a knight.
Oh.
Did you say jade hat?
Sounds like a slur.
Yeah, a little bit. So how do you think you know our friend here?
Have this.
Gotta lube up the pipes, eh?
Have this, it'll help.
Well, I haven't seen anyone from the Opari in many months, but I'm got family up in the mountains and the storms.
She squints at you.
Do we know? Is it common knowledge what the Opari is?
It is the empire to the far east, and there's like a big mountain range called the Verdant Range to the east of the Asildian Empire, and is basically where the border for the storms begin, and the Opari is associated with those storms. It's an incredibly hostile environment.
And why are you not with your family? You seem like you're all alone out here.
Yes, I'll go back, but the sea is for me right now.
You just hanging out with us? You just gonna hang out? Do you want to pull up a chair, my guy?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And he goes over to where he was sat. He drags a stool.
What about?
I want to know why she's not telling me who she is.
Well,
I don't need to tell somebody nothing.
She doesn't know you. You're a stranger. Everyone's got their own secrets, right? Who are you? Tell us everything about you.
I'm Dorana.
Or Dorana?
Fishbones.
Is it Fishbone's a surname or a nickname?
Aye.
So do we call you Mr. Fishbones?
Oh, it's the dwarf. Hello.
I meant cactus earlier, rather than seaweed. My palate isn't as sophisticated as I thought it might be.
Okay. He's odd.
Yeah. But aren't we all a little bit?
Yeah, he buys me drinks, so I like him.
Ah.
You stop flirting, young lady.
And me.
Drinks again, my god.
I love Grandad. I would like to adopt Grandad and make you do that voice forever.
So Fishbones, where's that come from?
Fishbones is my name.
Yeah, why are you called Fishbones?
Oh, it's because I'm flexible, you see.
Prove it.
Yeah, this is Yes, I gotta see.
Roll persuasion check. Either two of you or one of you with advantage.
But you will go for that.
And then I've got
Oh no!
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I'm drunk.
Oh shit, yeah, you do, yeah.
Persuasion.
I got a 14.
I also got 14.
Okay.
Limb.
So, like, he stands up and he bends his arm over his head. Like, he has to, his arm's so long that he has to really claw it in to not just get it hit the ceiling. And he reaches over behind his neck, and then it reaches down behind his back, and he picks up a bottle of liquor from the table and then brings it back around, and he just swigs from it like that, like a really weird backwards way, and then puts it down.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's my bad shoulder as well.
He can stay.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
And then he looks over at Amaya and he's like, it's all right, I know when I'm not wanted. He's like, can I ask you one thing? And then I'll leave you be.
I mean, I guess you can, but I can't guarantee I will answer it.
Okay. The Jade Hats. I hear that they're sending many out from the mountains. Why? My family sent word that they're sending Jade Hats and Dooney out like never before. It's a dangerous business.
Well, I have nothing to do with that. I really hope to God.
You hope to God? Which one?
I'm not very religious, so I don't know.
Is it yours?
Freya's one.
Are you wearing your robes?
No.
Okay.
Off duty.
I'm on duty.
He doesn't say that then.
Junes.
Close enough.
Junes doesn't quite hear you properly.
Am I as intelligence? It passes.
Did you say Judas?
And his name is Mike Garvey.
Walked myself into that.
Sorry.
Well, you're a funny bunch. I'll be here if you want me. I'm getting back to the boat tomorrow.
Before he goes, I'll just say, like, I don't mean to offend you. I just need to mind my own business.
What boat?
All right. He just when Amaya finishes that, he leans over and says, "Oh," and he leans over and he's like, "That's a nice sword."
You never saw me here.
He did say that he whispered that very quietly. So if anyone was really intently listening, they might have heard.
Well, Freya heard.
Freya
wasn't even listening.
Spidey senses.
And then he looks back around to you just before leaving. And I thought you wanted to start saying.
Yeah, what boat?
My boat.
You got a boat?
Yeah. Port Flotsam. Crew are cleaning her up. Ready to go out on the broken sea.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
That's my business.
See, Amaya, if you just opened up your business, then we could get up his biz. Hold on.
I ain't got no work for you lot. Not big enough for the crew of you plus my crew. If you're fixed on sailing, though, go to Flotsam. Hope for your best.
You never saw me here.
Okay.
Correct?
You can buy my silence, girl. But
Or
it
I
ain't
can
cheap.
just let you leave alive.
Oh no.
Roll an intimidation check if that's what you're trying to do.
This is like a half-hearted, because I also do not want to properly offend the bloke.
If you're intimidating him, roll the intimidation check. If you're having a laugh, then we'll roll something else.
Can I just try and persuade him to not?
Okay. Probably with disadvantage because you just said you'd kill him.
It's very persuasive.
It was a 7.
I don't doubt it.
No, but seriously, you didn't see me, please. Please.
All right.
Thank you.
I was going for a moment to be like, come on, you. Drink your wine. Drink your shit, honey wine.
Down it.
Hey!
I'll be over here. Not that I'd eye you lot anyway with them marks on your head. Having to think about it, I've not got my wits about me. It's that stuff, and he points at the booze. Right, he drags a stool back over towards the bar.
What a weird bloke talking about all that random shit that no one actually knows anything about. This is definitely not happening.
Yeah, 100% Amaya.
Yeah.
Not something that we're going to talk about at all.
No. Anyone seen Aura?
And with that,
The other mercenary.
Aura, you are sat drunkenly by the shop.
High as a kite.
About 10 minutes does
All the
anyone
pretty
come by at all?
A handful of sort of people looking worse for wear, going back to their homes or potentially, wherever they're staying for the night, whether it's theirs or otherwise.
No one comes to investigate the store.
No.
I will wait until there's no one around, and then I will very dimly light up. Let me just check. Light up the tip of a dagger and just try and ease the door open and look for traps.
Okay. As you do that, you're sort of, I imagine you're sort of covering the knife in something to sort of dull it slightly.
In the cloak and that.
So as you put the knife in, roll an Arcana check for me.
That's a 4.
Okay. The lock seems more solid than when you were first trying the door. It seems like it's been reinforced by something. Like there's no give when you're trying to open it with the knife now. And when you tried it before, there was a bit of rattle in it.
I'm going to take the lockpick and just turn it again.
It doesn't do anything. No high-pitched whine.
Okay. I will wander back to the tavern.
Okay.
character, I think I know what's just happened.
You walk back to the bar. You enter with this. As you enter, you see this huge dragonborn dragging a stool towards the close end of the bar, and he looks at you like, and turns to the bar and takes a seat. What are you guys doing?
I probably had another drink at this stage, so I need to roll another con.
Roll, please.
Oh yeah, should we all roll cons?
Yeah.
If we had a
Oh,
drink?
absolutely. Yeah, everyone roll one.
Big.
It's a DC 10.
Was that
Saving.
cocked, or
11
was I
at
this
least.
I'll roll it again.
What was it? What am I?
Oh,
Constitution.
Yes.
I got +5 Constitution.
Yeah, same. It's great, isn't it?
16.
Nice.
I am sober. I can drive.
Nice. Okay, everyone passes. Awesome.
Yeah, 19 this time.
And the Denny, the barman, comes back and looks over to you. You want anything more here? Need any more drinks?
Our food arrived. Where's our food?
Oh, fuck. Brutal Yeah, he goes back.
How was the wine?
That was bad.
Oh, it was real bad. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad with the honey in it.
I think it's not bad. You think it's fucking terrible.
What did I think of the
Okay.
whiskey?
I had honey in it.
It's not.
John,
It's
make it taste
it's maybe a grain like alcohol.
Like that.
It is real rough stuff. Like maybe it's touched a bit of oak, but
It was next to some oak.
the food comes out. It is a stew of Kazel. It's not as good as Cook's. And saying that, Cook and Captain are with you as well. They took one of the booths off to the side.
Well, they
having
didn't
a few
want to
drinks.
sit with us.
Well, you're only around a little table around the pillar. And also then they wanted to speak to the creepy dragonborn.
Oh, that's fucking fair.
So you're chowing down. The food's not bad, but Cook's looking over at you guys like, this isn't any good, mate.
It's not as good as what you make, mate.
Yeah.
Can you put a little bit of a make it taste good?
What?
You what?
Hey,
His hands are filthy again as well. There's like fucking a week's worth of grime on them since the last.
Since we got him to watch.
yesterday.
I whisper to you guys, does my voice sound convincing?
100%, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
This is a
God.
good cover. This is a good cover if we ever need to
It was
go.
really difficult. I had no idea what to say to that dragonborn. It was terrifying, really.
I don't think any of us knew what to say. Did we, Amaya?
She certainly didn't.
What?
I mean, nothing. Scary mercenary. I have another swig of whiskey.
Your
Eugene, I'm not scary.
smoke will last about 3 hours. The effects of that.
Okay.
You're not, but
Just while I didn't.
are you some sort of mercenary?
No. No, definitely not.
Do I believe her?
Would you say you are lying?
No. I genuinely don't think I am, by the way.
Then yeah, roll an insight check. Should have asked you that after, really, but.
That's just a 6.
Are you lying? No. Roll insight
So
check.
you don't think.
7, so no.
Yeah, she doesn't. Not, maybe she's not lying. Yeah.
I'm pretty pissed.
Alright. Yeah.
And with that, Freya, with your terrifying passive perception, you see someone walk past the archway that leads deeper into the bar, and you see a guy who looks very much like Korg, the orc.
Oh no.
He walks past the opening, and then he's gone.
He didn't see us? He just gave a spiral break?
You don't think so, but it was like someone walking past the doorway, so you saw the side of him, and then he walked past.
Oh, what?
Yep.
I think the others are here.
I'm really tired. Does anyone want to go? Oh, I'm real tired.
Why did I have another drink?
Oh, I think you're also.
I'm on it, you good man. And he's poured you something, you're not sure what. Have you finished the bowl?
Well, yeah, because the other guy was drinking.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Do you think I have or haven't?
I'd say you got a little bit more in there. You probably got another swig.
Let's have a walk me down. Let's have a walk me down.
Did you point out the?
No, drink to go.
Yeah, upstairs.
So go upstairs. So we'll get the drink.
That's a really good idea, actually. Yes.
Get a nightcap.
Let's get a nice nightcap. We'll go to the ladies. We'll go and settle all in. Everybody, get the fuck upstairs.
Can I peek around the corner? See.
Yeah, sure.
These fucking smoke
So you move across the bar to the archway. You going stealthy then?
Yep.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
You holler if you need us. My safe word is bananas.
What did you say?
What is bananas? We really do need a code word.
Okay. Yeah, so you peer around the archway, you see a smaller room, and there is a pit in the centre of it it's like a recess in the ground about 10 feet, and there are steps surrounding it and rings. There are people sitting there. Above the ring is this big single burning brazier with smoke and embers drifting off of it down into the sand of the ring. And there are two guys at the bottom of the ring who look like they're getting ready to fight. And you see Korg taking a seat quite close to the entrance at the top, one of the top rows, to watch the fight.
Right. Is he with anyone?
He's on his own.
On his own. Does he have the mark?
His back is to you, looking into the ring.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Looking into the ring, do I recognise the people in the ring?
No, not really. They just look like mercenaries, similar folk that you've seen in the bar.
Anyone with the mark?
Do I see anyone with the mark?
Roll a perception check.
Go on.
I'll look up and I'll say, help me out here. And cast guidance on myself.
Oh, yes, bitch.
23.
Okay.
Wait, that's not even adding shit.
29.
Does she see anyone, Charlie?
Skull.
Okay.
You can see the mark on Korg's face.
You can see straight through a skull.
I want to try and give you something.
There's a mirror next to him.
But I tell you what, you
There's a pool of blood and you see.
just give me roll another stealth check quickly.
Can I guard myself on that too?
Sure. And it's you move.
Ooh, not as good.
Not as good as 29.
Well, it's 13 again.
Okay, you move across the doorway to the other side of the archway to try and get a better angle on Korg, and in doing so, you cast your eye around the rest of the room. There is no one with a mark on their foreheads. At least those that haven't got their backs directly to you don't see any marks. And then as you move to the other side of the archway and you go as far around as you possibly can see, and just in that moment Korg turns his head ever so slightly, and you can see that he's got a bandage on his forehead, and that's it.
Right.
Oh, tuneful.
How's it doing, Will?
Yeah,
Did he try and slice it off his head?
Who knows?
But with that, someone enters the front of the bar. Who's still at the table, or have you guys headed up?
I was going to go and speak to the barkeep.
Okay, so you're going to the barkeep. Okay, so let's go. I'll start there. So Freya, you've seen the bandage on his forehead. Aura, you're quickly going to the bar.
Yeah.
What's everyone else doing? Just for
We're following up. Just been getting up.
Just been getting up. Okay, Aura at the bar.
Yeah. Hi. Excuse me. I'm looking for the owner of the bookstore.
The dwarf looks back over you, and he's like, "Bookstore? Yeah. Well, he'll be open in the morning."
That's a shame. I was hoping to speak to him before.
It's all right. No one really goes there.
Okay.
You won't be busy.
I was just looking for a book. It's quite a common one. I don't know if you've got a copy I could borrow for the night.
Well, I could dig through some of the boxes, but I can't make any promises. You just want something to read? I've got a paper here, and he pulls out. Who's from Sahira?
Yeah.
You would. So, and then those from Dustmere would know this is. He's got a broadleaf, which is like from the Papery Guild. It's effectively a newspaper.
Oh my god.
Can we
Grab it.
grab the paper?
That's really
Moxie, grab the paper. Send him a
So he
message.
pulls that out from behind the bar. He's like, in terms of reading material, we haven't got much else, and even this is.
You see us waving down the stairs.
You're going to take the paper?
Maybe a minute.
Okay. So you
I was just wondering if you had the Angler's Moonlight.
Angler's Moonlight.
I lost my copy on the way in.
I'll tell you what, I'll have a check. Like I said, it's a very slim chance. We don't have a library here, but I'll have a check. If not, feel free to fall asleep reading this crap. And he puts the newspaper on the.
I appreciate it, and I'll start looking at the newspaper while
he holds it actually for a moment, and he's like, "I'm needed back though, because it's a pain in the ass to get these. So thanks.
And I needed to wipe my ass.
I'll just flick through it while I wait.
Okay, well, as you take the paper, someone runs into the Devil's Rattle.
Who?
And it is Tin.
No. Oh no.
And she. So you were all there, right? So she looks over at you and she's waving her arms about.
Running.
Can you see her?
Yeah, also run over.
I mean, I'm at the doorway looking the other way, aren't I?
Okay, if you're not looking, she's waving her arms about and she's like trying to get
Moxie, get Freya with your messages.
Yeah, okay, I'll send a message to Freya. Freya.
I run over to Tin while this is happening.
Yeah, she comes over to you guys. She can run towards you. She's looking out the door. And she's making movements with her hands at you.
What's happening?
She can't speak. She's not got.
She's like waving her arms around.
We'll follow.
You need to write.
She
okay.
nods.
Has anyone got a fucking pen and paper?
Okay, you hear that.
I throw the paper forward.
Oh, are you there now?
Oh, the paper. Yeah,
Are you there?
Yeah, I sent
We sent a message.
She is speaking in the silent refrain.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So she's waving her arms around, and the moment that you look around, what these guys thought was just like random thrashings. She's saying, Jakob is on the skiff with Loit. He's accused us of killing Kade. He's threatening to out us as Duke's men, and I only just ran away. He's coming behind me right now.
Okay, we're getting out. We're getting.
And we'll go for a break right now.
Yeah.
Does Freya manage to transmit that to us?
Maybe. We'll see after the break though.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Do you want to know what Happy Penguin Day is in sign language?
Sure.
As it was yesterday. It's Happy Penguin Day.
That makes me happy.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.